morning students. Today we'll discuss about bonding in metal carbonyls. है ना? Here the homoleptic carbonyls means compound containing only carbonyl ligand there are formed by most of the traditional metals. Means carbonyl is a common, we can say, the ligand among the traditional metals here. These carbonyls have simple, well-defined structure. Tetracarbonyl nickel is tetrahedral structure. Pentacarbonyl nickel is trigonal bipyramidal structure, while hexacarbonyl chromium is octahedral structure. So we can see here कि carbonyl is a, we can say, the common ligand. They are working as common ligand. Here so many structure also we can see here. You can see the nickel tetracarbonyl. Here it is tetrahedral structure, and it is coming about the pentacarbonyl, iron pentacarbonyl structure, that is also coming about the trigonal bipyramidal structure. Then here it is coming octahedral. This is actually octacarbonyl dicobalt. Octacarbonyl CO8 dicobalt. So here you can see there cobalt is actually forming a bridge structure here, both the cobalt carbonyl molecule, and here it is coming about the cobalt is at the central metal ion. So here it is coming octacarbonyl dicobalt, and one more is coming about the this one is coming 10, that means decacarbonyl and dimanganese. Decacarbonyl dimanganese. Here also you can see there ki manganese, with each manganese with square pyramidal. Square pyramidal means 1 2 3 4 5, है ना, the square pyramidal structure. Here also 1 2 3 4 and 5, and both the manganese are attached by single bond. So these are actually coming about the hexa. Here this is actually also coming about the hexacarbonyl and chromium. Hexacarbonyl chromium, that is also coming as a octahedral structure. So carbonyl is working as a common ligand, and so many structures are formed there. They are simple structure they are forming. But one thing is there, how these synergic bondings are formed between the carbonyl molecule and the metal. Means ligand and metals, how it is forming. You can see here pi bonds are formed, sigma bonds are formed. How it is formed and how the synergic bonding are very common to this we can say the coordination compound. So especially for carbonyl. So now we can see that one. I have to discuss here why they are forming, how the carbonyl bonds are formed here. So carbonyl C is here 6 and 8. So what is the electron, how many, what is the total electron here? 14 electron. And if we have to discuss about the molecular orbital, their electronic configuration of their molecular orbital, how we can express that one? Sigma 1s2, sigma asterisk 1s2, and then sigma 2s2, then sigma asterisk 2s2. Next one is coming about the pi 2px2 and pi 2py2. Clear? And 2px2 and 2py2, these are the pi, and these all will be coming with the this third bracket here. Okay, next this one all are molecular orbital, bonding and antibonding. Bonding, antibonding, then bonding is over. Now it is coming about the next one is this one is pi 2px, pi 2py is over. Then it is coming sigma 2pz2, and this is so all are bonding here. Now in antibonding, who are coming? Pi asterisk 2px, that is remaining open, and pi asterisk 2py, that is also remaining open. These are called antibonding orbitals. So 2 to 4 to 6 to 8 to 10 to 12 to 14. So 14 electrons are over. So you can see that one, this antibonding orbitals are free here, and up to bonding means pi 2px, 2py and sigma 2pz all are completed. 2 electrons are present there. So if I am drawing here C triple bond O, and here we can see here also the bonding, and if we are discussing about that, and metal, this is the metal atom and iron we can see. Otherwise you don't have to share there, just one here and one here and one here. Okay, and these are the bonding for metal orbital, this one molecular orbital. So now I am coming to the point here, how the synergic bonds are formed here. So here two one pair of electrons from carbonyl, it is actually shifted. Sigma bond, how the sigma bond is formed here? So MC, M means the metal and C means the carbonyl. MC sigma bond is formed by the donation of lone pair of electron on the carbonyl carbon into vacant orbital of the metal. This is the vacant orbital. There this one lone pair of electrons are actually donated by carbonyl to metal. Again we can see that one in carbonyl the antibonding orbitals are here vacant, and that antibonding orbitals pi bonds is formed between which one? Now M or C pi bond means this metal and carbonyl pi bonds are formed by which one? By donation of pair of electron form filled d orbital to where? Filled d orbital to the antibonding vacant pi antibonding pi orbital of which one? Carbonyl. ये जो antibonding pi orbital यहाँ पे खाली था vacant था, there the electrons are donated. So that's why the synergic bonds are formed. Synergic bonds are formed there. Okay, so that's why carbonyl is actually forming the most common, we can say, the coordination compound here, and this is the actually structure. So one pair of electron from carbonyl that is donated by carbonyl to metal vacant orbital d orbital, and from metal the pi bond is forming. These are the pi bond form, and this is the sigma bond form, and this is the pi bond forms are formed by donating the one pair of electron or lone pair of electron from where to where? From metal to antibonding free antibonding orbital vacant antibonding orbital. Next one we are coming for stability of the coordination compound. So stability of a complex in solution refers to the degree of association between the two species involved in the state of equilibrium. So जितना degree of equilibrium increase हो रहे उतना stability will be increased there. The magnitude of the equilibrium constant for the association quantitatively expressed as the stability. If we have a reaction M plus 4L equals to Ml4, so you can see that one that will be distributed in stepwise. So M plus L, first one ligand will be attached and their equilibrium constant K1 is coming Ml divided by M, and L concentration of M and concentration of L there. Then again Ml is added with one more ligand here to Ml2. Again Ml2 is added with one more ligand here Ml3, and Ml3 is added here one more ligand is called Ml4. So every condition we can get the equilibrium constant, that is called stability. We can say the stepwise stability constant. Means step by step the stability constant we are getting there, and alternatively if we are without this fourth step, if we are taking in one step, so what we are coming there, that is called the overall stability constant. So here stepwise stability constant, and this one is M plus 4L, that will be coming as Ml4, and Ml4 is actually beta 4. Beta 4 is actually called as overall stability constant, and these are called stepwise stability constant. So beta 4 equals to what you can say, Ml4, concentration of Ml4 divided by concentration of M and concentration of L to the power 4. So this is the condition coming for beta 4 here. So what is the relationship between the overall stability constant and the stepwise stability constant? That is beta 4 equals to K1 into K2 into K3 into K4. Okay, or agar beta n, if we are writing about the beta n, so what you can write down here, beta n equals to K1 into K2 into K3 into so on up to Kn. Okay, that is already it is given to us, so you can see. Okay, you can see that one here it is coming beta n equals to K1, K2, K3, K4 up to Kn. So same way another example is also given to us. So if we are taking log value both the condition, so we can say what we can say there, now log beta n equals to what we can say, log K1 plus log K2 plus log A, B, C, D. When we are applying the formula log A into B equals to log A plus log B, है ना, log K2 plus log K3 plus log K4 and so on up to log Kn. Clear now? So here if we are coming about the, suppose the values are given to us, so we can say here if log K1 equals to 4, log K2 equals to 3.2, log K3 equals to what is this, 2.7, and log K4 equals to what you can say, 2.0. So log beta 4 equals to coming what we can say here, it is 11.9. Okay, So now one more point is there. So beta 4 is called overall stability constant. So if we have to find out, it is called the overall stability constant. If you have to find out the instability constant or the dissociation constant, so it is defined as the reciprocals of the formation constant. So this is called beta 4 is called the stability constant or formation constant or association constant. Overall association constant. But if we have to find out the dissociation constant, so what we can write down here, dissociation constant equals to dissociation constant equals to what we can say here, now 1 by beta 4. One question is given to us, calculate the overall complex dissociation equilibrium constant for the CuNH3 whole 4 2 plus ion, given that beta 4 of this complex is 2.1 10 to the power 13. That means overall association constant, association equilibrium constant is given to us. You have to find out dissociation equilibrium constant. That means beta 4 is given to us, so we have to find out the 1 by beta 4. Okay. So in that question, beta 4 is given to us, what is that? 2.1 into 10 to the power 13. So beta 4 is given to us 2.1 into 10 to the power 13. And so we have to find out the 1 by beta 4, means dissociation constant you have to find out overall. That means it is coming 1 by 2.1 into 10 to the power 13. That means it is coming 4.7 into 10 to the power minus 14. Okay, so this is the answer. So next, these are the questions. The chapter is over now, and next one we are coming about the, so importance and application of the coordination compound is not coming. Now we are coming for the some questions I am discussing here. This is the in-text question, 9.5. Explain on the basis of valence bond theory that NiCN4 2 minus ion with square planar structure is diamagnetic and NiCl4 2 minus ion with tetrahedral geometry is paramagnetic. This type of question mainly it is coming from this chapter. Okay, so now I am coming to the answer here. So what is coming here? It is said that NiCN whole 4 and 2 minus, this is square planar structure and it is square planar is diamagnetic, whereas the question is given NiCl4 2 minus is tetrahedral and paramagnetic. Question is very easy and just we have to show you the geometry actually. So nickel cyanide is -1 charge, so cyanide is -4 and overall charge is coming here 2 minus. That means nickel must be with 2 plus because this is 4 minus, so overall charge is coming 2 minus here. Clear now? So nickel 2 plus, that means what will be the electronic configuration of nickel? 3d8 and 4s2. When 4s2, 2 electrons are removed from here, so what will be the electronic configuration of nickel here? Nickel is coming with 3d8, 4, 5. So here it is coming 3d8. It is nickel 2 plus configuration. That is 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Nickel 2 plus is 3d8 configuration, but presence of cyanide. Cyanide is a strong ligand. So this one is 3d8 and 4s is completely free. Electron is removed from there and 4p is remaining here. So 4s and 4p, 4s electron was there when it is nickel, but when it is nickel 2 plus, 4s 2 electrons are removed because of 2 plus. Now outermost electron will be removed there. Now what is coming? Because of presence of cyanide, these 2 electron will be paired. This 2 electron will be paired. So what will be the condition now? Nickel 2 plus means nickel cyanide 4 and 2 minus. What will be the condition here? Here we can see the electrons 1, 2, 3, 4. So where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, 8. So here D, 3D8 is coming here, but 3D, one orbital is coming free, and here it is coming 4s and it is coming 4p. So here you have to adjust 4 cyanide. Where they have to adjust? Now here D, 3D cyanide minus, here also 1 cyanide minus, here also 1 cyanide minus, and here also 1 cyanide minus. So what will be the hybridization forming here? DsP2. And when DsP2 hybridization is forming there, that is called inner orbital complex. This is known as inner orbital complex. Okay, inner orbital complex. And when inner orbital complex is formed, what is the, when hybridization is DsP2P2, what is the shape will be coming here? Square planar. And you can see here no unpaired electron is present. That's why it is diamagnetic in nature. Okay. Now we are coming for the NiCl4 2 minus. So कंडीशन वही है, Cl का भी -4 है, so definitely it will be coming +2. So nickel +2, all of you know what is the electronic configuration? 3d8. So nickel Cl4, when we are coming for the Cl4 here, Cl4, nickel Cl4, NiCl4, and it is coming 2 minus. So at that condition, now the electronic configuration 3d8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Clear now? 6, 7, 8. Why? It is because chlorine is a weak ligand. That's why they are not helping to pairing up. So who are free to make the complex? 4s and 4p. Okay. So here it is coming S. Here it is coming cyanide S. 1 cyanide, it is coming P, 4s, this one is 4s, this one is 4p. Okay, this one is 3D. And here it is coming 1, 2, here it is coming 1, 2, here it is coming 1, 2. So here 4 cyanide, sorry, I am not saying cyanide, chloride. Here chloride, here chloride, here chloride. How many chloride atom has to adjust here? 4 chloride atom has to adjust here. So we can see here, what is the hybridization is forming here? sp3, because the d orbital is not now pairing up is not occurring, so definitely it is not free now. So sp3, and shape will be coming here. What is the shape here? Tetrahedral. What is the shape here? Tetrahedral, and unpaired electrons are present. That's why it is coming paramagnetic. Okay now. So this way, this type of questions are coming and you have to solve in that way. One more question is there. NiCl4 2 minus is paramagnetic while NiCO4 is diamagnetic, though both are tetrahedral. Why? So this question also I am discussing now, and other remaining question you just try by yourself, and if any doubt you have coming, so you can answer me, you can ask me. So 9.6 question is there. NiCl4 2 minus is paramagnetic. This is paramagnetic. Already we have shown that one. Paramagnetic, why? It is unpaired electrons are present. And whereas NiCO whole 4 is diamagnetic. Diamagnetic. And here one more question, जो both are tetrahedral, दोनों ही tetrahedral है. So already we have shown that one. Nickel 2 plus in case of which one? Nickel chloride, nickel tetrachloride. So here we can see when nickel tetrachloride, or here we can see here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here 4s and it is 4p. Already I have shown that one. This one is 3D. So nickel 2 plus means nickel ka what is the electronic configuration? 3D8 4s2. So 4s2 is already deleted. So here 3D8 condition is coming here. So according to, okay, so this is 3D8 condition. So 1 6 and 2 8, 3D8. So now you can see that one chloride. Chloride is actually which one? Weak ligand. That's why this pairing is not occurring. And what is the electronic configuration is coming here? Hybridization is coming here, sp3. Hybridization is coming here, sp3, and Cl minus, Cl minus, Cl minus, and Cl minus is coming. Hybridization sp3, definitely it is coming about the tetrahedral. And paramagnetic, why? Because unpaired electron is present. And unpaired electron is present. So it is electron is present here, so it is paramagnetic in nature. Clear now? Now we are coming for the nickel CO whole 4. No charge is given. When no charge is given, and carbonyl, all of you know that one, it is actually neutral. Ligand is neutral here. So here no charge is present. So nickel is without any charge. So what is the electronic configuration for nickel? 3d8 4s2. Clear now? So nickel, for nickel configuration, no charge is there. Nickel configuration is coming here. 3d8 1 2 3 4 5, and 4s2 also will be there. 4s2 is also coming here. 4s2, and 4p is blank again. And here it is coming 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7 and 8. This is actually the configuration of nickel tetracarbonyl. So nickel is coming because without any charge it is. So as carbonyl is a strong ligand, so these two electron of 4s, they are actually coming and pairing with this 3d8. So now for the nickel tetracarbonyl condition, here what is the electronic now shifting is occurring there? 1 2 3 4 5. Here 10 electrons are coming. Okay, 10 electrons are coming, and 4s is remaining blank, and again 4p also remaining blank. 4s and 4p is blank here, and you have to adjust, nickel has to adjust here 4 carbonyl. So here 3d10 is already over, and here it is coming 4 carbonyl ke liye 1 2 3 and 4. So here you can see sp3 hybridization. So definitely here also sp3, here also sp3, both are tetrahedral in nature, but as no unpaired electron is present, so it is coming as diamagnetic. So question is now over. Why it is paramagnetic, why it is diamagnetic? So already discussion is over now. So 2 questions I have completed here. Other 4 questions are there. You just try by yourself. If you need help, I will help you, and I can make your doubt clear.